Hello everyone, welcome back to our Algebra 2 class. Today in the previous videos, we introduced how do we draw the angles. And in the second video, we talk about the coterminal angles, which means the angles, they share the same terminal ray. Okay, so in this video, we are going to talk about another very important idea, which is called the reference angle. So reference angle is one we have to talk about because in the future, when we define the trigonometry function values, the reference angle will help us to understand how do we define those values. So before we start, let's quickly check the definition of the reference angle. Reference angle is the smallest angle that you can make from the terminal side of that angle, which is terminal ray as we mentioned, and with x-axis. So if you just look at the definition, it's definitely not easy for you to understand. So what we are going to do is we are going to look at the 4 examples of the angles, and we are going to analyze what is a reference angle for each one, so you can understand what's going on. So first of all, I just want to remind you, since we talk about the smallest angle here, reference angle is always positive, and reference angle is always acute angle. Positive acute angle, remember acute angle meaning the angle is less than 90, greater than 0 degree. So this is, the range for the reference angle. If when you analyze the angle, your reference angle is, beyond this position, that means your answer is wrong. So you have to go back to check what is the definition here. So the first angle we are going to look at is 150 degree. As we mentioned, this is theta. This is how you wrote it. And this is just Greek letter to represent angles, nothing new. So first I'm going to draw this angle to help us to understand. So this is our initial ray here. And we know the 150 probably in this position. Of course, this is not, super accurate, but we know the, approximate position for 150 degrees look like that. So the reference angle, as we mentioned, the smallest angle you can make from the terminal ray. Where is the terminal ray here? This is our terminal ray, right? This is our terminal ray with the x-axis. So with the x-axis, and this is our reference angle, which is, as you can see, this is actually half a circle, so this piece is 30 degree. So what is the reference angle for 150? -30 degree. Okay, so again, after this example, you'll probably still feel confused. We're going to do more example, then you will understand. So far, what you need to understand is the relation between 150 and its reference angle. In the future, you will see why do we have to mention reference angle once we start introduction for the trigonometry function. Okay, let's check the next example. Next example is, let's work on 210 degree. Okay, so again, let's draw a angle 210. So as we mentioned, this is the initial ray, 90, 180, a little bit more, 30 more degree here. So this is going to be 210 degree, right? Again, according to the definition, it says the smallest angle you can make from the terminal ray here, which is the terminal ray position here, with the x-axis, which is going to be here. Okay, so how many degree here? This is this is 180. So how many more degree from here? This is 30 degree. So the reference here, 30 degree. As you can see, even the angle are different, they can still have the same reference angle. And again, in the future, you will know why we have to mention reference angle, and that will definitely help you to understand these ideas here. Let's check 2 more examples to help you better understand this one. So next angle, how about we check something about negative angle? I'm going to use another letter, beta, here, negative 220. So again, whenever we draw the angle, we always start with the initial ray here. And then let's just rotate, but this is negative, so I'm going to rotate clockwise. So it's 90, 180, a little bit more. How more? 40 more. So this is going to be our Not exactly accurate position, but we know this is the idea here. So it's negative 220 degrees. Now let's analyze its reference angle. Again, we have to use terminal ray, which is this part, the terminal ray here, and x-axis, so it's going to be here. Some of you might wonder, why don't you use x-axis? Remember, if you use x-axis, it's not a smallest angle. It's definitely wider than this one and already beyond what I mentioned about the acute angle part. So this is not. How many degrees for here? This is 180. So how many more to reach to this? It's going to be 40 more. So remember, reference angle, we do not talk about the how do we rotate? Is it, clockwise or counterclockwise? Reference angle is always positive. We use this one to refer to the value of the function in the future. So that's why we call reference angle. But so far, you just need to know how do we get reference angle, which is, for this case, 40 degrees. Okay, now let's work on the very last one example. I hope this example, and up to now, you probably have a very good idea of what's going on. You can even pause the video here to draw this angle first and then determine the reference angle on your own. Compare your answer with mine later. 310. So first, this is positive, so it's going to rotate counterclockwise, and then let's just rotate. This is 90. 180, 270, and 310, definitely just a little bit more. Here, it's not going to go back to the circle because it's 360. So this is 270, it's just a little bit more. Now let's check where is the reference angle. Some still remember is at this base. Let's check the the definition is terminal ray, which is this is our terminal ray. By the way, let me just label this is angle 310 here. This is our terminal ray formed by terminal and x-axis. This is x-axis. I'm going to use this one because we need a smallest one, definitely not this side. This is way much wider angle. So this is our reference angle. Then how many degrees? The whole circle is 360. Now 310 takes up here. So this is 50 degrees. So reference angle for 310, which is 50 degrees. So some student might say, what if I'm dealing with some angle like 460, 730, those kind of thing? Remember, no matter how many rotation you have in here, you always focus on where is terminal ray and where is x-axis. You just need to form that smallest angle there. Okay? So no matter how many rotation here, the position you need to care are terminal ray and x-axis. So really doesn't, the reference angle is not affected by how many rotation you have here. So this is the idea for reference angle. I know it's a lot, terminology for you to understand for this whole unit, but definitely check this idea, check these videos, and you can even create your own angles and your own example, and to check what are the reference angle for the different cases. Once you have very good understanding for this terminology, it will be way much easier for you to understand the following ideas and concepts for this unit. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video, studying this topic with me. I hope these videos are helpful. See you soon, everyone. Take care.